As a kid growing up in New Jersey, you played Pop Warner football for Ho-Hocus. Back in those early days, could you ever see yourself being the New Jersey Defensive Player of the Year, which you were a year ago? That's incredible.
Yeah, I had no idea something that, that amazing would ever come in my life. I was just playing football as a kid, just growing up and living your average life, and then all of a sudden last year I have a great season and I get great honors such as that.
Yeah, I think the impetus for Player of the Year, that great season you're talking about, happened on this field right here against Bergen Catholic. It's a play that goes down as, if not the, one of the greatest plays in St. Joe's history.
Yeah.
The strip and go.
Yeah.
What do you remember about that play?
Not that much. Everything happened so fast. I remember my defensive line up front doing a great job, giving me a hole to get to the quarterback, and I remember nothing after that, just getting the ball and nothing. And then I just remember going to the sideline and everyone just celebrating. It was crazy.
On a good hair day, which by the way is spectacular.
Thank
You're
you.
probably 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
But if you look at the roster, you're 5'11", 205 pounds.
Yeah.
Which is nothing wrong in life, but it's probably going to prevent you from going to a BCS college football team. Does that bother you with such a great player that you are, that you won't have that opportunity?
Not at all. I've thought about it, what it would be like to go to a BCS kind of school, but I'm happy with what I've got. If I'm going to school for free, as of right now, I have 3 scholarships, so that's great right now for me and my family, and I'm happy with myself and my height.
Your head coach, Tony Carson, says Fossati's a kid that amazes us every day. You bring new definition to the term playmaker in football. You make all kinds of plays, offense, defense, special teams. Where does this quality come from?
Probably comes from my family. My brothers, they played high school football. They played for Northern Highlands, and they were the same way as me. They were playmakers, and they went on to play college football and did the same thing with them. So I would say it comes from my family, my brothers.
Your legacy will be that when you came to St. Joe's, they were on a bit of a downturn, relatively speaking, for SJR. They had lost the Holy Spirit in the state final. As a freshman, you saw the varsity lose to a public school in Ramapo. Since then, you've gotten it all going. State championships, a year ago finishing as our #1 team. It's been a great ride.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. I never would have thought, especially after my freshman year, I figured we'd just be like, I knew our freshman team was good, but the varsity I wasn't sure about. And then Coach Hoffman came up to varsity with the rest of the coaching staff, and we've really worked hard ever since then, trying to be above average and trying to prove ourselves, and it's been working out.
I think when guys go on to play college football, you sit around with your college teammates, and everybody likes to feel like the state and the region they played in was great for high school football. You will not be lying when you say you played in a great region. It's a heavy hitter's ball here, week in and week out. Do you embrace that?
Yeah, it's probably one of the toughest schedules playing in New Jersey, because you got these 4 or 5 now, powerhouse schools playing against each other almost every week. And when you go into college, kids are going to be saying they played in the best schedule, but without a doubt, I think it's New Jersey.
You make an impact on the field, but also here as a captain. Coach Carr should say you're one of the few players in his illustrious history who he will let talk to the team from time to time.
Yeah, I've had some moments where, I've asked coaches, if I could have a moment with the team privately, and just to talk to them about what I think of the upcoming game or whatever it is, any conflict we have going on, any summer problems, school, anything. I'll talk to them about it.
You guys finished #1 last year. You're #1 right now. The climb to #1. What's your focus right now? Is it to graduate here, keeping St. Joe's football #1?
Yeah, absolutely. We want to, we want to remain the head honcho. We want to be out there proving ourselves every week that we deserve the spot that we currently have.
And you personally, you're going to get the best out of the opposition. Are there still non-believers when you're in the game, when you're out there in that field? You think kids still don't believe you are as good as you are, and are you out to prove them wrong?
You're always going to have doubters out there. You just got to ignore them. You got to play your own kind of football. Don't let them bother you, because you know the kind of player that you are out there. We know the kind of team that we are if people want to doubt St. Joe's. and we're not letting them stop us.
Any truth to the rumor that Coach K will adapt to your hairstyle if you guys go on to finish #1 again?
I haven't heard that. We might have to shave his head at the end of the year for that.
He's number 34 in your St. Joe's program. Let's face it, he is the one and only Mark Fossati.